A very short update today, guys, because nothing really changed from yesterday. Just one news, one article to share with you. Indian banks force card customers to promise not to use Bitcoin. And although it seemed like officially you still are allowed to use crypto and Bitcoin and make transaction and everything in India, still when you try to use banking service somehow, like open an account or something, you'd have to agree that you don't use cryptocurrency, don't deal with transaction related to cryptocurrencies. Otherwise you are not allowed to use those bank services, or you're lying to the bank, which is sort of illegal, right? So that is how the banking system seemed to be pushing like against the cryptocurrencies. Well, we'll see. India tends to ban crypto and then allow them the cryptos and so on and so forth. So I wouldn't really pay much of attention, but still some sort of a FUD news. However, despite this sort of news, nothing really changed with the price. And this proves again the fact that this market is not really prone to be forced with the driven by the news, but just sometimes news are used as excuses to drive the price somewhere in the desired direction. And what do we see with the price right now? Actually, nothing changed in a dramatic way from yesterday. We are in the same sort of range of the price, somewhere around 3,650 by Coinbase, and technically we are still very bearish, because again, this bearish triangle is still we are below that point, and well, technically you can look at the other triangle, but it's sort of a not really I would say legit to look at that one, because where it had a previous one, you can make more and more triangles as soon the price will go lower and lower. If you will make a bounce like this, then probably, but not now. So, and also on the moving average, we are very low, lower than the 50 days moving average, and in principle we were sort of aimed to at least to test the previous low. So everybody on Twitter, on everyone's social media, like analysts, they are at least expect some of the continuation of the drop anytime soon. And on the other hand, we need to realize that every kind of technical analysis works more or less when we are dealing with the high liquidity markets and when it's really hard to manipulate them. And when we see such moves like those which we had recently, for example, this one, or the previous ones, then it is more like it looks like manipulation, or at least some of the huge players are just buying or selling sort of huge position, and it drives the price where they want to. You can speculate about the futures effects and everything, but still, despite on the one hand, it is sort of makes the technical analysis worthless. On the other hand, at this situation, for example, when everybody is expecting the further drop, then you may think that those people who are driving the price with huge chunks of money or coins, they could go against the herd and just go against the expectation of the masses and go to the upside right now. So really unclear what will happen right now. And what I'm thinking is that I don't want to be too optimistic, but the thing is, if it will go low, we always can buy more, right? But if it will not go low in, if we'll like make a $1,000 jump from right now, then it will be sort of already like, oh, it's just jumped and I don't want to buy that far. I would wait for a lower low or something like that, and then it will be out of the deal. And that is really like, it's missing your profit. And again, I'm still looking at the tether price, and what I see here is that we have a lot of the volume recently, which is actually growing, and it seems like during the recent hours, for example, there was a drop in Bitcoin somewhere around here, and we saw a lot of the volume of tether as well. So it seemed like the price was held around that like previous level, what it was, 3,600 something around here, by using the tether funds. And it may be a sign that tether is tried to be used as a tool to prevent the price to drop that too far, too low. So how far will it go? How long will they save Bitcoin from the huge major drops? I'm not sure, but you know, when the Bitcoin was falling, we saw a lot low volume on tether. When the Bitcoin was growing, we saw the volume of tether, and right now we see the volume on tether, but we don't see the rise of Bitcoin. So I would expect that it is a signature of a huge move to happen anytime soon. When and which side, I don't know, but looking from the previous like view for historical standpoint, I would expect it to go up. And don't follow my trade, don't follow my strategy, because it's just my personal opinion. Make your own research and make your own decision on your own, right? Because that's your responsibility and that's your money. Okay guys, that is it for today. Very short and very non-informative, but still I wanted to share with you what I'm thinking right now. So hope to see you tomorrow again, and maybe we'll see some more definitive price action which will drive us one way or another. Safe trading guys, goodbye.